Hey everyone, back again with our live death battle analysis. I'm here with Wes Falcon. We'll be
Hello.
talking about an earlier death battle. Reason I picked this one is because this is a topic that Wes is a pretty big expert on. I happen to know a decent amount about this. We'll be going over the Pokemon Battle Royale episode between the three famous starters, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, and really just make it a Pokemon-centric episode. So, Wes, how'd you feel about that one?
Um, Mixed opinions. I was hyped for that one because it was Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, because I'm a big fan. So, and when I watched it, the first time I watched it as well, I was like, yeah, it was pretty good. So I like it a lot. But then I rewatched it, and there was a few mistakes and a few sort of over exaggerations, which they kind of took seriously, and I was like, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. I mean, it's still good. It's still 7 out of 10, but it's not as good as I thought it was. If that makes sense.
Who do you think among the three would win in that scenario?
That's the problem. They incorporate all medium together. They incorporate the game, the anime. They don't really incorporate the manga. They sort of fuse game and anime, and that's a problem. In the anime, it could easily go either way because of how they write it. But in terms of game, I don't know. I honestly can't say I know. Personal preferences, I like Charizard the best, but that'd be being biased. And I,
Hmm.
I, I don't disagree with the outcome in the end because it's probably right. It's just
Hmm.
that again, they make a few mistakes and they did it. I know it's just a visual representation, the battle itself, but they did it wrong.
Hmm.
That's not how it would go down.
How do you think a theoretical, like, three-way battle between them would go down?
Venusaur's fucked,
Right.
unfortunately. Because I like all three, but yeah, Venusaur's fucked. Then, if it came down to it, if it was a probably Blastoise, because even though his offenses are really mediocre to say the least, it's got super effective, and that really does swing battles like unbelievably fast.
Right.
Even if Charizard does have that's the thing. They make Charizard only use fire moves, but he has a flying type, which gets the same type attack bonus, and it's neutral on water, so it would do more damage.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, it was again, it was drama, it was dramatic purposes,
Yeah,
but that would have been interesting to see like Charizard up against a Blastoise utilizing like wing attack, some other stuff.
yeah, air slash. That would have
Air
been cool.
slash. Right. Yeah. Um, if the battle went mega, this is kind of less critical of death battle and more just curious. If the battle went mega, all three megas, how would that fight go? I suppose I'm pretty sure you and I agree that the best Charizard to use in a three-way battle would be Y, and they had
Why?
access. Yeah, they had access
Yeah.
to their average moves, which included the Solar Beam attack and Egg moves. If
Yeah.
all of them at their best potential, how would that fight go down?
Uh, Charizard Y would just win. Um, it gets Auto Sun, which means Blastoise's water moves are depowered by half, so that if it's super effective, it's only does the same amount of damage that a neutral effective attack would do. Um, Venusaur's ability, Thick Fat, is cancelled out because, well, it no longer really resists fire moves anymore because of the sun. So, and Charizard's fire moves themselves are doubled in power, coming off insanely high special attack. Like, we're talking Mewtwo level special attacks here. And so Fire Blast would just decimate them both. And both those two Megas as well, they're physically oriented for defense.
Mm-hmm.
So Charizard Y would just obliterate. X would have a tougher time because, as I mentioned before, the two starters Megas are physically bulky, which Charizard X uses its physical attack off mainly, and they're also specially offensive, which Charizard X has got pretty lame special defense, not gonna lie. So it
Interesting.
it depends on the Mega, really.
Yeah. So what if the fight? I know there's a lot of different scenarios.
Yeah.
What if the fight went this way? Charizard Y begins to fight, but immediately targets Venusaur, and while that happens, Mega Blastoise does Rain Dance. Would that change the outcome dramatically?
Probably if Mega Blastoise gets off a Rain Dance, Y still has Air Slash to work off of
Hmm.
because it's got really good special attack, like I said, and in the competitive scene, you don't really use Air Slash on Charizard, but it is a typical move that you can use. It's got a good same type attack bonus with it. But ultimately, I would say that Mega Blastoise wins that if Charizard goes straight for Venusaur, but only
Hmm.
if.
Gotcha. So I guess kind of getting into keep going into the Mega thing here, and then we'll go back to the Death Battle thing because there's a lot of
Yeah.
things happening for Pokemon at the moment.
Yeah.
Um, how have the new Megas in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire changed the landscape of the game in terms of are some of the Megas from X and Y as viable, or are now they being a little outclassed by some of the new Megas?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I disagree. Okay, Megas, great idea. It was really clever of them to incorporate this, but they executed it badly. They did it wrong. If anyone doesn't know, the way Megas work is they add 100 BST to the Pokemon. So working off of base stat totals. So using base stats, they can only get plus 100 at most. Which at first you think that's how is that bad? Well, it means other megas are destined to just suck. Stuff like Mega Pidgeot, it will never compare to stuff like Mega Salamence, who is now officially banned, because the way they did it is just wrong. What they should have done is they should have set a specific base stat total for megas to have, which I think 700. It sounds high, but 700 which should be the base stat total, in my opinion, because it means the pseudo legends like Garchomp and Metagross get plus 100 BST, just like they always have, and stuff like Mega Beedrill, Mega Pidgeot, and like Mega Ampharos, they have a chance to be really good because at the minute you honestly never see stuff like um, Mega Ampharos or Mega Ordino. But and if they changed it to this mechanic of Mega Evolution, it would have been um, a lot better for them to be used. But the new Megas, the new Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Megas, um, they're good. They've revolutionized the way we see Megas now for sure, and they've opened up a lot of new options. But typically especially now that Mega Salamence has been banned, typically you would still see the top mega threats from X and Y, like the Mega Charizards and your well, that's all I really see actually. I'm trying to think of many other megas I've seen.
It's very
I know
unfortunate.
that. Pardon?
It's very unfortunate what happened to Salamence.
Yeah,
I've said before, and I'm sure you guys have heard it in the past. When people were running Garchomp all the time, I've always been a big fan of Salamence. I was dying to see what they could do with him, and the moment I found out we had a Mega Salamence, I was excited to use him in a kind of legitimate play style. And now
yeah,
to find out, he's banned, he's too good. It's just like heartbreaking because I've always felt he's the coolest looking dragon. I thought
yeah,
Garchomp, just in my opinion, looks ridiculous. Salamence is like a dragon with class,
yeah.
and now he's just too good.
He's that's my problem. He's not too good. Okay, there's a statistic that people have brought up quite a lot that a life orb Mamoswine can't break its substitute with Ice Shard. That's only if Mamoswine's been intimidated and that you're running maximum HP on Mega Salamence, which doesn't happen all the time. And the fact that they've banned him when he's easily dispatched by Whirlwind or Sturdy or just ice moves, it shows that it shows that it's kind of just, oh, because he's good, he must be broken. Because he's used a lot, he must be overpowered. When he's really not. And some people could say he's over centralizing because you have to run an ice move or you have to run a whirlwinder. But if you're in the competitive scene, you always run them anyway because he's not the only setup sweeper that there is
Hmm.
out there. So I I don't think he should have been banned. I think he was a really awesome mega. They did some fantastic stuff with him. Like when I heard he got a defense buff, I was shaky on it, but now I see why he got it because it made him awesome. And his ability, air relay, man, it gave him a better stab move to work off, and it was awesome.
How would you run if he was not banned? How would you run a team centered around a Mega Elements?
Uh, there's two ways I'd run Salamence himself. Max HP, max attack, because of the statistic I mentioned earlier, which I said, but it is really bulky. Or max speed with the rest dumped in attack, and you need stealth rock or spikes. You need hazards because focus sashes will just mess you up. Sticky web, that'd be fine. You'd want a cleaner to run alongside him, something with like a choice scarf and a big attack, big strong attack move, or like Talonflame, choice band Talonflame. I like to use
Hmm.
um, something to get rid of steals as well. Magnezone. A core of those three would work really well.
Okay. So you don't. I'm sure there are megas you agree that should be banned.
Yeah.
There are ones out there that are just too good. But you're saying that you feel that Salamence just isn't really among that. That it was more of a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, he got a raw deal. I think it was because he's the best dragon dancer. That was, before he got banned, he was the best dragon dancer, I think. And
Okay.
because he's the best for some reason, that means he's got to be banned. You know?
Yeah. So you think he's a better Mega than Mega Garchomp?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah.
I
That hit on
really don't like
speeds.
Mega Evolution.
The hit on speed I thought was a little dumb, but I guess I understand why Garchomp got the. Is there any other Megas that lose stats?
Beedrill.
Beedrill? Why?
Um, I think Beedrill was a case of necessity. They cut its special attack just so it had a like I was mentioning earlier. They had to cut its special attack just to make it stand a chance in the top tiers, and it still didn't reach it.
Huh. That's
Uh,
I didn't know because like I don't know
yeah,
I beat the new game and I played X and Y a lot.
yeah.
I mean I got all the Pokemon and all that good stuff. I made a bunch of competitive teams. I just I couldn't really get as much into the new one. I don't know why.
Yeah, Mega Ampharos got slower too, by the way.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I guess sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, that I don't want to make this too like just Pokemon centric. I kind of want to get a little back to Death Battle. There's a lot of questions I've had lately. I was like, man, I like to ask Wes these things.
Yeah.
Kind of just more mega talk because just the new game is just something I haven't really dove into as much as X and Y. Um,
Yeah. I when I first got Omega Ruby, I was like, this is great, and
yeah,
now I still haven't finished it. I still haven't done the Delta chapter. I just haven't had the urge to just pick it up. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just sort of decayed on me, I guess.
X and Y I played up. I mean, it's because like, is there even something like the Battle Chateau in the new game?
Yeah, they just copy and pasted it.
Oh, I had no idea there was a Battle Chateau.
Yeah,
Huh.
and I think that's the thing as well. It's like we've seen this before in X and Y. Give us something new, like the old
Yeah.
Battle Frontier. That was awesome. That wouldn't have been hard to incorporate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, once they brought in the Pokemon Bank, it's like, all right, well, getting the Pokédex isn't that tough then.
Yeah,
It's just I mean, I knocked out a good chunk of it immediately just by using Pokebank from X and Y.
yeah,
So, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. But I guess back to the death battle.
yeah.
Would you rank this among like your favorites or your worsts? How would you feel about it, like in overall?
Um, there's two standpoints. From a completely biased I love Pokemon standpoint, one of my favorites because it's just, but from a critical standpoint, it's sort of not really, it's average.
Okay.
So So sort of mid-high to average, I guess.
Okay. Um, I mean, for me, I dug it. I thought it was a nice it was a nice throwback to
Yeah.
old school, good old fashioned Pokemon. Uh, I don't think it's among my worst or my bests. I
Yeah.
think it was like high middle for me. Fun, fun, and they put some. I
Yeah.
mean, I like the stats. I thought the solar beam stat was really cool. I like how each of them had like a high end like physical attribute that was
Yeah, that was clever. I'll admit that
yeah
how they incorporated the sort of real life application of it, so to speak.
yeah
It's been good to use on the internet.
right, and then it's really fun for debating too.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that I would say that it was a pretty solid one. I obviously I know my Pokemon, but
Yeah.
I don't I can't like yield to say that I'm as much of an expert. Like I know there's like you and maybe one or two other guys in our little collection of friends that I
Yeah.
would really consider Pokemon people I would like yield towards if I was asked a question. Like if I really um if I really needed to know something and I couldn't answer it, or somebody asked me a question I just couldn't answer, I
Yeah.
would I usually would be like, okay, well let me go ask the panel. Like they'll know. These guys will know. So
Yeah.
uh, this one I was just like, yeah, if we gave it to Wes, this would be more of an interview if anything.
Yeah. I'm still yet to lose in our group. I'm still yet to be beaten.
Really, I thought there was. Have you like? Is it because you like avenged yourself, or you just haven't lost?
Yeah, I didn't need to avenge myself per se. The times that I like lost, it was coming off of like me having a three winning streak prior to that, or in a case of, I won't mention any names. In a case of someone,
Mm,
um, I've actually got an entire bookmarked list of replays of all my wins, and it's double digits, and they got
nice.
like, yeah, they got a few wins early on, like three, and then they sort of just started to stack up. And yeah, so I'm still yet to be dethroned, I should say.
Oh, okay. So it's interesting. It's kind of like it's sort of like my Smash rep a little bit, except
Yeah.
Pokemon our gang. That's
And
kind of cool. Um, all right. I mean, I think we went over just about everything. Pretty much to note in that episode. It was pretty solid. I think the battle afterwards, Fulgo versus Sector, it didn't really motivate me, and it should because I'm a big fighting game dude.
yeah.
I have original Killer Instinct on NES or Super
Oh,
NES.
nice.
Sorry, I got the black. It's a black cartridge, all cool stuff. I mean, I'm a big, as much as I seem to be arguing against it all the time. I am a big Mortal Kombat fan. That's the reason I posted my combo video. It's a way to be like, hey everybody, I know I don't hate Mortal Kombat, but
Yeah.
yeah, that one didn't motivate me very much.
Not me,
After
me neither.
yeah, I just was like, okay, whatever. After this, though, I think one of the next episodes we should do individual like top five and bottom five, just
Yeah, that'd be cool.
in our opinions of them. Yeah. So yeah, this episode was pretty solid. If anyone has any comments, questions, feel free to.
I just got a quick one about this video. I remember a
Yeah.
pet peeve that I had.
Yeah.
When they did their Charizard analysis, they said that his special attack like was double that of the other two.
That seemed a bit much.
It's it's so much of an exaggeration. If you look at base Charizard's special attack,
Mm.
109. If you look at Venusaur's, 100.
Oh wow.
Double 100 isn't 109.
That's that's a bit even Mega that's not like a Mega's what 180 something like that.
Mega Y is
50.
159.
Okay, so we're roughly 160. I knew it was like
Yeah,
on the higher end of 150, something like that.
yeah, and
Um,
then Mega Venusaur's is 125, I think, and then
okay.
Mega Blastoise is 135. So, there is a big jump, but it's still not double. It's still not nearly
Right.
that.
So since the new games came out,
Yeah.
how is Mega Blastoise still pretty viable competitively, or has he kind of been outshined at this point?
I use him a lot. He's such a good spinner. Blastoise always got a raw deal in the competitive scene, but Mega Blastoise really was shit on. He's such a good rapid spinner.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. If you give him, I remember a combo I used to use a lot was Mega Blastoise and Umbreon,
Yeah.
because you can just heal Bell and pass wishes off to it. Because Umbreon's got higher HP than Blastoise, it gets so much HP back, and it's insanely bulky as well.
Right.
And it's not like, oh, rapid spin and then it's a sitting duck, or like when people know you're going to rapid spin, they can't switch in their ghost because Mega Launcher Dark Pulse, that will fuck them up.
Yeah, I noticed that the pulses and the
Yeah,
spheres are they're
he,
they're wonderful with
he's
Mega.
really underrated, I believe. I think pro- Defog gets used more than rapid spin now, I've noticed, and I honestly think that Mega Blastoise does a better job than a lot of these defoggers do as well.
Huh,
He's
interesting.
he
Is
gets a raw deal.
how about Mega Venusaur? Is he still usable?
Yeah, he's. I haven't seen him as much lately. He used to be used a lot, but yeah, thick fat helps him out. I think it's because the rise of the flying type really bit him in the ass.
Okay. What about is Chlorophyll Venusaur run still pretty much?
Mm, not really. Gen 5 was when Mega Venusaur was properly like everyone was scared of him because
Hmm.
the sun lasted forever. Now it lasts 5 turns again. You know, you get 5 turns to do it, and then it stops.
Oh, okay.
And uh, shit like Drizzle and Tyranitar is still incredibly popular, which just cancels out your sun. And
Okay.
he's not got really got the like 100 special attack. It's just not got the muscle that it used to. There was a power creep that happened.
What about I guess the last one I have a question of is just because I think he looks awesome. What about Tyrantrium? Like, is he usable at all yet, or is he still kind of like all right?
Tyrantrum.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart is breaking.
Yeah.
I he needs to get Rockhead. Do it, Nintendo. As soon as he gets Rockhead, he will be used all the time because he will be one Dragon Dance. He'll be unstoppable. His head smash will just lay waste to villages, lay waste to families, everything.
What about what is another one I really liked a
For
lot?
Alligator.
Oh yes, with Sheer Force, Sheer Force.
Oh,
We
it's.
finally get that, you know?
I have a feeling it's coming soon. I don't know why. I feel it in my soul that he's coming soon. And okay, Nidoking went from like being shit to being really good when he got Sheer Force, and he has no speed, like no boosting moves except for Work Up, which is trash. Oh my god! For Alligator, again, Dragon Dance, Waterfall Crunch, Ice Punch, GG meta game because that will just be unstoppable. It will have so much power because of Life Orb and Sheer Force,
Hmm.
and then no recoil. Hello?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
It would be pretty sweet. Actually, did you see that leaked photo of it was Mega Froligator versus Hydreigon?
Mega Hydreigon or just
No,
normal?
see, both were Mega duking it out. It's a rare. It was an unleaked photo. I have it right here.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, let me go pull it up. Give me 1 second. I'm
Oh
getting it right
man.
now. It's like you kind of expected them to look like this.
Yeah.
They hold on. Let me go pull it up. View
I want Mega
image.
Hydreigon to get Regenerator because it's a Hydra and they regenerate. I don't know.
Uh, I can't. I gotta be able to get like a good screen share going on.
Yeah.
Um, oh my god, these pages have so many pop-ups. I almost have it. Almost got it. It's really cool. Like I was really stoked to get this to find this photo. Uh,
Oh yeah, a thing you like to point out. Um, Feraligatr looks more like Godzilla than Tyranitar.
I know, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh yeah, Tyrannosaurus Godzilla." No, he's not.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the typing also makes more sense for Feraligatr.
right.
Okay.
Um, okay. That this is it's a shot I found of both duking it out.
Yeah.
Hon, so you see it? That's the Megas duking it out. Yeah.
Oh my.
Um, I feel like so sweet. It was like, all right, screw it. Everyone just plays them just out of coolness.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Maybe I make that the default. Mega for alligator, Hydreigon.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's a pretty good episode. I think the next one we're gonna do might be like top lists, since it is a new year. Maybe we should go over the ones of last year, or maybe in general. I don't know.
yeah.
But yeah, this was a great talk. I think we should have more Pokemon episodes.
Hmm.
It's a great platform. I mean, I'm learning stuff whenever I talk to you or excuse me, Jimmy. I'm like just chugging. So
It's alright.
yeah. Jimmy. There's it's or Jacob. It's always interesting. So
Nah,
maybe we
nah,
should have
nah.
a.
Jacob's a noob.
He
Jacob's
is interesting because it sounds like he knows who he's talking about, but
Nah, nah, nah. Jacob's terrible. I'm calling him
really,
out.
I'll have to let him know you called him out. We can have like if we could somehow stream it, or maybe do like a. Oh, I have a good idea. You guys could duke it out on here, but do it on Showdown and just do a screen share of one of your screens.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, just do a full screen share and fill the screen with it. Yeah, I think we got an option coming out. But all right, yeah,
It'll be
let's
18 plus. We can't see that sort of content. We can't see
right.
someone getting ravaged like that.
Oh man, so you guys have fought.
He beat me in doubles once, and then I crushed him in singles. That's how it went down.
Oh man, I remember this one dude who followed me. He's a guy from France. It was really early in the morning for me. It was like 6 a.m. and I
Yeah.
was getting up and I was tired. But he started like challenging me nonstop, and he was just using like legendaries and stuff, and he was not
No.
that great. And I just kept like I think I lost 2 Pokemon in the first match of my whole team before I beat him, and
Yeah.
then the next one I lost one, and then every other one I didn't lose, and he just would not stop fighting me. And I was like, dude, why are you doing this to yourself? Like he just kept fighting me. It was like an hour or two later, and once I figured out that he just didn't know what he was doing, I changed my strategy up a little bit, and
Yeah.
it was just stomp, 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 stomp. I think I used this. It was a Scolipede baton pass trick.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like it was Scolipede baton pass to like I forgot who. I think I changed up every once in a while, but I think it was like I first did the Garchomp baton pass, and then it was a baton pass to Salamence the second match.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I had the Moxie going on, and the speed. So it was over with. Well, one other thing too is I know that. So he doesn't. So Mega Salamence does not retain Moxie. He uses Aerialate now.
I think that's more useful, to be fair.
What again does it do? I forgot.
It changes all your normal attacks to flying attacks,
Oh,
and then
okay.
but they also get boosted. So basically, um, basically it gives you a free life orb for every normal attack you use, changes it to a flying type, and then you get a stab bonus on top of that.
So give him. So what if you were to use like a Life Orb with that, or is that not a great idea?
You can't use it for Mega
Oh,
Salamence.
duh. Yeah, because he's got he was holding an item, of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
got
if
it.
there was
Yeah.
something else that got it, then it would just be insanity.
Yeah, but if he Dragon Danced with that going on, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Dragon Dance, Return, Earthquake, you're done.
Wow, that's good to hear. So no need for Ice Fang, I take it.
No. An aerial 8 return outpowers pretty much any super effective attack you could do, unless it's 4 times super effective.
Interesting.
It's that powerful. It's insane. The only reason you run Earthquake is because Steel and Rock types will ruin your day, but that's it. And
Huh.
Electric types, of course.
I mean, if he wasn't banned, I'd be taking some notes.
Just just use it anyway. I'm gonna
Anyways,
use it on 3DS Wi-Fi. I'm gonna take him on there all day.
why not? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got some nice. I mean, I already have some pretty well EV Salamences I was using for a Moxie setup, anyways.
Yeah,
So I
you
mean,
could just use one of those easily.
yeah, okay, not a bad idea. Maybe we
Pass
should.
the you could ban pass the speed boost from Scolipede to Salamence, get a free KO with Moxie, then Mega, and just terrorize
That's
everything.
awesome. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty. So I take it Scolopede's still pretty used these days too.
I haven't seen him again. Not many people like baton passing anymore, but
Oh. I mean,
yeah,
I guess it's an old. I mean, once you have there's ways like taunt and all that other stuff. I guess sometimes there's just
yeah, Sableye sort of crept up out of nowhere, but it's still incredibly powerful of a strategy, and especially if you do it on the 3DS Wi-Fi. If you're on
Mhm.
the, you will. There's how to say it politely. not as many proficient people on there.
Got it. Well, great. Yeah, everybody, let's stay tuned. We'll probably be doing another episode either today or sometime soon about our favorite death battles and why. This was a discussion about the Pokemon Battle Royale and also just catching up on some Pokemon knowledge, what's going on in the scene these days, and just I had some questions about my favorite Pokemon. And if you guys have any questions for Wes or me or anybody else we may have on the show in the future or past, feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, hit the subscribe button below and stay tuned for another episode. Thanks a lot for tuning in.